Hundreds upon thousands of acres have been scorched by wildfires in California this year alone, costing the government millions of dollars. And now prosecutors plan to charge 10 people with multiple felonies for starting some of those fires by accident. Legitimate prosecution or going too far to prove a point? Attorneys Tom Simeone and Michael Isasaga join us now to debate just that point. Well, what exactly, Tom, are they being charged with?
Well, these prosecutions are not for intentionally starting a fire.
It's not arson.
Not arson at all. But as the prosecutors themselves have made clear, this has been a public prosecution, 10 people, to get across some basic points to the public. One is how easily these fires can start, just driving a lawnmower over sensitive grass. The devastating damage that can be done. We're talking, there was one fire that cost $78 million to put out. And third of all, they want people to know you will be accountable for it. So this is a reminder, and no one here faces, it's serious jail time, but 6 months. This is not something where it could be longer.
But still, Michael, if they caused these accidentally, they didn't set out to start any fires, they're not being charged with arson. Do you think this is appropriate?
Oh, no, it's absolutely inappropriate. I mean, you've got a situation where you've got innocent folks that didn't intend to do anything that are being charged with a pretty severe crime. I mean, 6 months in jail, I mean, that's not chicken feed. You got to remember that what the government has to show, though, is you've got to show that they started fires willfully and they did it without any authority whatsoever. The prosecutor is charging 3 different folks, one of which is a loner. He's clinically diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. You've got another person who was doing this under privilege. She was lost out in the forest. She was setting a signal fire to her boyfriend. And then, of course, you got another guy who didn't willfully set any fire at all. I mean, the facts are, you know, whether or not he actually did or didn't, it's very unclear.
But,
so,
Michael,
no, I think this is well beyond.
L.A. has the lowest rainfall figures on record, something like only 3 inches of rainfall. The fire situation is dire. Isn't there a point where you think, don't you think you do have to send a message?
Well, no, I don't think you have to send that kind of message. I mean, injustice is never the right message. What is the correct message is to prosecute people who had what is called the mens rea. When, you know, in Texas down here, we've got a saying, you know, if they say that the body ain't guilty unless the mind is too, and that's exactly what you've got here.
Right, but that's only one of the suspects. Tom, your reaction to all this?
Yeah, I think to categorize these people as completely innocent is first to jump the gun. They'll get their trial, and if they are innocent, that's fine. But the idea that these people are innocent is stretching it a bit. The man, the mentally ill person, previously caught a fire, that caused a fire, was given a warning, and he caused another one.
$78 million in damage.
Another person drove his vehicle, he evacuated his own fire, drove on a road that was said no motorized vehicles, caused another fire that merged with the one he evacuated. The person who did send out the fire because she was lost, there were some news reports there might have been drugs involved there.
But again, they didn't set out to commit arson.
But again, and that's, I think, the reason why the U.S. attorneys are making such a big deal of this case, is to say, hey, you can be responsible, even if you don't try to do it, you're still causing damage.
Last word, Michael, anything else to add?
Well, I mean, I think it's real clear that these forest fires happen just of their own volition. I mean, that's the whole nature of forest fires. Anybody who spent any time in Montana knows that. And certainly, I don't think you make an example out of people who never intended to commit any crime whatsoever. So, I mean, to me, it's just a travesty of justice.
Tom Simeone, Michael Isasaga, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.